And even though the press has made us to look like we're criminals or undesirables, intelligent people are asking questions about why are we here. And just this weekend we had a university student travel down from Tokyo. He'd seen us in the media and wanted to know for himself. So he came down. So it's, and he was quite surprised when he met us, and I think was able to see our point of view. So that's important, and that meeting helped with that, to get that word out.
What about the supporters coming?
Well, they're still coming. I mean, people can only come for so long. They have jobs, they have lives, they only have so much money, because it's all.
The number is increasing.
It ebbs and flows. We've lost a couple, but we've gained a couple. And more are coming. So.
Because of meeting?
No, not because of meeting. Because of what we're doing here. They believe in what we're doing here.
You are here almost 3 months.
I'll be here for a total of 3 months when I leave. Yes.
Is there any change in your mind before you come here and you stay here for 3 months?
Well, yes. When I first got here, I thought this place was beautiful. Now I see it as very, very ugly. I don't know that this will ever be pretty to me, which is a shame, because aesthetically it is a very pretty place. But I have seen so much ugliness here that it will forever be ugly. I'm more convinced than ever that I'm doing the right thing, and that I'm glad I took this time out of my life to come do this. Also, my daughter, I'm glad I brought her to see this for herself and to have this experience. It's an education she could not get from any book or classroom. And she can speak for herself, but we often talk, and she has seen, by being here for 3 months, a number of Japanese people, and finds Japanese people to be very warm and friendly and kind and courteous, enjoyable. She's enjoyed that part of being here. So she has trouble understanding why these men in Taiji can do this. And she has trouble understanding why the government allows this, because it's so inconsistent with what she's come to learn about Japanese people she has met here. So it's troubling to her.
I see. What about Watson?
Watson? Oh, he thinks this is very important work. That's why he's sending someone to replace me. And like I said, we'll be back next year and the year after.
What? You're coming next year?
I don't know if it'll be me, but Sea Shepherd will be here. I may be able to come. But Sea Shepherd will be here.
What's Mr. Watson said about the meeting?
Pretty much what I've said is that the media was good exposure, and obviously the pressure is getting to the government, so it's all good. But there was nothing meaningful that came out of that meeting. Earlier, before the meeting, we had offered to buy the dolphins. Sea Shepherd had offered to buy the dolphins so they'd be set free, and the fishermen rejected that offer. But we also recognize that jobs are hard to come by. But killing dolphins is not a job. For us, it's no different than for the bank robber or the drug dealer to say, well, I have to keep doing this activity because I have a family to support. When we hear that this must continue in order for jobs, we just don't accept that argument. But Sea Shepherd would be willing to help if Taiji would stop killing dolphins and stop capturing dolphins. Sea Shepherd would be willing to help to find other revenue sources for the town of Taiji. And we could be a great help. And if the mayor wanted to talk about that, we would talk to him. But he has to start from a position of no more dolphin hunting. Then we could talk about what's next. But as long as there's dolphin hunting in Taiji, Sea Shepherd will be here taking pictures and telling the world what happens in this ugly cove.
Do you think the town will agree with your idea?
I don't know. I don't care. You know, I'm not leaving. Well, Sea Shepherd's not leaving, so they can, you know. But we're willing to work with them if they stop killing dolphins. And I do think that there are some townspeople in Taiji who agree with us that this needs to end and would welcome our help. I do think there are townspeople here. I know there are people in Japan who agree with us and would welcome our help. Because we have Japanese supporters. I met many, I hear from them by email, that they write to me and they talk to me and they approve of what we're doing here and they want us to continue. So it's not all Japanese are against us.
What kind of Japanese? Young people?
Youngish, educated, folks who are thinking, folks who can think for themselves as opposed to being told what to think. So, I encourage Japanese people to ask their own questions about what's going on here, to look at the pictures, to look at the comments of people all over the world. The Japanese embassies and consulates get bombarded by phone calls and emails and letters every time there's a dolphin hunt. Like today, if they come back with a pod of dolphins, we will make phone calls, we will put word out, and it will start all over again. The phones will be ringing, the emails will be jammed in Japanese embassies and consulates all over the world. The Prime Minister's office and residence gets phone calls every time dolphins are caught from people all over the world. And eventually they're going to recognize that this is a problem for Japan. More and more people are stopping buying Japanese products because of this.
My wife is working at FedEx, Federal Express.
Yes.
Their cargo. She said Sea Shepherd is giving a message to send an email for the company to stop.
Well, we think
to carry
the dolphins. Yes, yeah, and I think FedEx does carry the dolphins internationally. So if they are doing it, they need to stop. If they aren't doing it, then that's good. So,
but that is very. It's not fair for Japanese.
Well, it is because they can tell their government to stop this.
No, most of Japanese are thinking not to stop.
Well, then
they want to continue this tradition.
Then they can lose their income and they can lose their sales overseas.
Not only because of income, they are thinking of the tradition.
Well, but the tradition is wrong.
No, they are thinking not this tradition is not wrong.
But they are thinking incorrectly. It's time to change. Many traditions, as we've talked about this before, Yoshi, many traditions have come to an end.
But most of Japanese are thinking this is a good tradition.
Yeah, but
good
they're
for
killing.
Warm.
No, it's killing the oceans.
No, not ocean.
Yeah. Japan should be leading ocean conservation in the world. Japan has the knowledge. It's got the academic institutions. It's got the technology. It's got everything set up for Japan to lead in ocean conservation, and yet it's the leader in ocean destruction. I don't understand it.
No.
Japan, from ocean destruction, it acts like a third world backward country in terms of how it treats the oceans. And I don't understand that because Japan should be the leader in ocean protection.
Yes, we are leader, we are feeling. So Japan knows many things about the ocean.
Yeah, but they're killing the oceans.
Not
Japan,
killing.
yes,
They
yes.
are making
The tuna depletion, Japan is wiping all the tuna out of the ocean. Japan is taking out the whales and the dolphins.
not Japan. That's Korean and the Chinese.
But Japan, and they sell to Japan.
Yes,
So it's,
selling to
yeah,
Japan.
so it still comes to Japan. So, but, if Japan were to take its rightful place as the leader to protect the oceans,
That's why Japanese are thinking about this dolphins and the whales. It's need for the human being.
no, but it's killing the oceans, and once the oceans are dead, then there's nothing for humans in the oceans.
Japanese are researching,
Yeah, but by the time they figure it out, it'll be too late.
Not too late.
It'll be too late. That's, we're seeing the ends of the oceans now. And just the pollution. Something as simple as, I see all the plastic and the trash in the water here. I'm shocked. My first appearance when I got to Japan was what a clean place, but it didn't take me long to see into the corners and underneath the carpet, as it were. And there's trash everywhere, and particularly in the waters. And we have pictures, many pictures of these so-called fishermen just throwing trash into the water. No regard whatsoever for the oceans from which they depend. They either the mercury's gotten to them, or they already started with small mines. But